Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Marlon Samuels is with us talking about the things which he says he believes have led to him not being selected for the training squad for the upcoming three-match ODI series against England, despite him being under the impression that he was doing the necessaries to be so qualified. Marlon, you say you were given, you got the no objection certificate to play in Bangladesh. Did you have any trouble getting that document?
I'm not hearing you.
I'm saying the no objection certificate you got to play in the Bangladesh league.
I'm not hearing at all.
Okay, why don't you pick up? Maybe he can hear.
Okay, can you hear me, Marlon? Can you hear us here now? We seem to have lost the audio connection to Marlon Samuels. Are you hearing me when I speak? No, it doesn't seem that.
He's not hearing any of us.
Yeah, he's not hearing any of us. What were you going to ask him, George?
Yeah, I want to know
if there was any difficulty.
Yeah, and one,
acquiring.
That's it. And if it is that the individual with whom he spoke, and I know discerning cricket watchers have a very good idea of probably who Marlon Samuels has had those discussions with. He's not saying, I'm not going to venture a guess. But I also want to know if that individual was who he made representation through. So it is this individual who says, all right, since this doesn't work out, I'm going to give you the certificate. And then who at the level of Cricket West Indies, the West Indies Cricket Board, would have that authority to give Marlon that document? Because that's also important, because he's saying basically that there was... Marlon, are you back with us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Good, right. I'm asking you, the no objection certificate you got to go to Bangladesh, did you have any trouble getting that document?
No trouble at all, because that same individual came back to me and said, okay, you can go to Bangladesh. And we won't use it against you to play against the upcoming series against England.
So you answered my second question, because I was going to ask if it was the same person you'd been talking to about preparing for the England series who gave you that NOC.
Yes, definitely.
So again, Marlon, so at all times, and all the times you've been dealing with this individual. Go again?
One individual.
The same individual.
Same individual. So this is the person who's always representing the views of the board to you, to say the board says this, the board does this.
Yes, because every time that person have to go back, say, I'm going to talk to my colleagues and then get back to you. And when that person get back to me, then they come and tell me. And then I'd say, okay, this is my decision. And they said, okay, no problem.
So at no point did you felt so, we gather you feel so strongly about the situation with the England squad selection, the training squad for the England series. Did you ever think of going and making contact with any other board member to see what was the rationale for them being so inflexible where your selection is concerned?
Well, to be honest, if I'm talking to an individual and when that individual get back to me and decision is making, and I can go and do stuff with what that person say, and there's no consequence. Obviously, this person have a lot of power on ground.
Well, clearly, Marlon, he has a lot of power. Clearly.
Exactly, a lot of too many powers.
Marlon, do you know how the system works specifically for no objection certificates? Because obviously we're looking at the cases as well of Darren Bravo and Nicholas Pooran, who may face trouble to go now to play in the IPL. That is a report coming out of the Trinidad Guardian. What is the process? Why wouldn't they be issued, in your opinion, a no objection certification?
Well, first and foremost, in those two young man situation, I don't think that regardless of what happened, the board should not give them one. The board should give them one, because at the end of the day, they have their family to feed, and they're still playing cricket, and they got to eat. They got to eat. So that's what I'm talking about, being compromised. We have to compromise. So regardless of what, they need to get it.
Right.
To go on, because it's basically it's a work for them. It's a job.
Yeah, sure. All right, Marlon, let's move on to a much better topic, which is your bat contract. Tell us all about it.
Well, it's a very good contract, very good deal. So I'm looking for two youngsters. I signed this bat deal in terms with I wanted two players to be on board with me to use it in the Caribbean. So at the moment, I'm still looking for two young players that can use the CA.
What's the brand? Oh, it's a CA.
It is CA from Pakistan.
Okay. And so you need 2 other players to play with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Finally, Marlon, this individual who you spoke to about the preparation for the England squad selection, who said,
I like how you said it, this individual.
yes, yeah, yes,
The reason why I'm using this individual, because I'm not ready for call name yet tonight. I realize I'm wearing green, mean I'm army clothes. That mean me in control.
There you go.
I'm waiting, because the next time I come and wear black, people in problems.
There you go, Marlon, and we hope you speak to us first. But allow me this final question. Allow me this final question. So this individual who you spoke to about England, and then who cleared you with the no objection certificate, are you still on good terms with the individual, given how events have panned out?
Well, to be honest, I haven't even spoke to that individual for a little bit right now. So I'm just I'm bouncing off, I'm doing my thing. So if they're telling me to turn down, if they're telling me to continue to turn down stuff, I'm not on a retainer anymore. So if I'm going to come to PSL and collect a $70,000-$80,000 and give up $3,000 in the 10 first class game, I'm not on a retainer. So what do you expect me to do now? I can't keep turning down contract. I keep turning down contract when I was on a retainer. I'm not on a retainer now, so I'm not gonna turn down contract. I just got a next deal. I got a cold pack deal on my plate right now, which I'm contemplating. And if I sign that cold pack deal, that's a 3-year deal with Derbyshire.
How much is it worth, Marlon? How much is it worth?
Worth a lot. It worth a lot. Probably 130,000 pounds a year.
Wow.
But the money is not the issue at the moment. I've been playing international cricket for 17 years. I think I set myself the right way.
Yes.
So what I want to do, right? What I'm dealing with right now. This interview is about principle.
Yes.
This interview is about being loyal.
Yes.
I've been a loyal soldier to West Indies cricket and continue to play. So all I ask for a little bit of loyalty. But obviously, I'm not disappointed because I don't expect to get back any. But I'm still asking for it.
Yes. Finally, Marlon, so you're saying you're contemplating this Colpack contract to play for Derbyshire for in the region of £130,000 per year. If it is that the loyalty you've shown over the years...
I have that contract. I have my contract already. It's in my email.
Yes.
3 email.
So if it is that you get if you get in return for the loyalty that you've shown, you get loyalty from Cricket West Indies, the West Indies Cricket Board, you say you will ignore that contract. But if you don't get the loyalty, you might sign it.
No, to be honest, I'm not even in a rush to sign it, because right after this PSL deal, I got a next contract to go to Hong Kong. So that's the next big deal. And my back deal cover what I'll be getting if I took that retainer. So I have a few more deals to.
So Marlon Samuels is not broke. You're defending loyalty right now and principle.
I'm defending loyalty. I'm okay. Listen, I live in Jamaica. I live on the hill in Jamaica. I have properties on the flat,
Yes.
I'm not worried about anything. I put my money to good use. I invest it, and I invest in my friends and all those stuff.
Yes, Marlon.
And I continue to help. And my foundation speak for itself.
So you're defending principle and loyalty right now, Marlon. Principle and loyalty.
So if you're going to invest in my bowling, you invest in my bowling, send me to England, spend money, and then now you're going to tell me that I need to play all the first class game. How am I going to play all the first class game when I went to England to even do the bowling, I missed first class game. So I'm not going to play all the first class game. Owen Morgan can play in the PSL and go to the Caribbean. A couple of days ago, him leave.
Yes.
He left to come to the Caribbean to play. So why can't I do the same thing?
Inflexibility, Marlon Samuels. We hear you, my friend. All the best to you, and we hope that when you put on the black suit, you'll give us a call.
You don't want me to put on the black suit. I'm a gaffer. This individual don't want me to put on the black suit.
I don't think West Indies cricket fans want you to put on the black suit either, Marlon.
Take care, Marlon. All the best to you as you contemplate the various offers in your email, all right?
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
We need to speak to someone from the WICB, because what I would like clarity on is, did everyone know beforehand that they had to play every single game?
Well, he said so.
But it wasn't
He said he was
beforehand,
told eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually he knew.
But if what he says is true, and we have to say if, because we don't have all sides of the story, it troubles me that he was in this kind of dialogue with a very senior executive, and I'm sure cricket fans know who he's talking. That he makes a very good point. If you invest in my bowling and say, Marlon, fix up your bowling so that you can be available for England.
Yeah.
And then to fix his bowling and then not be selected, something is wrong.
It's odd.
It needs some explanation. We're not drawing any conclusions because we haven't heard from all sides. We take a break. It's a SportsMax Zone. We shoot some hoops, hardwood court, my producer says, on the other side.